Anything?
Yeah, I hope not. I don't know. Where was it, Randall? It well could be. It well could be. All right, it says we're on Facebook. Hold on, let me record this. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. We are broadcasting live from Julio's Liquors on Route 9 in Westboro, inside the Metro Station, which is the lower level. And man, oh man, oh man, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here today.
Big day today.
Oh,
Audience in effect, and we encourage people to come down and watch. If you enjoy
torture,
horror, yeah, things like that, you can
waterboarding, or anything like that,
and taste a lot of the stuff that we're tasting.
Well, that's the only saving grace. You have to listen to us, but you get to drink. So
big things happening, and I think we got to get started by introducing, or at least doing his contractual music and entrance obligation.
All right, here comes Ray now. Ray, put down the baby.
Yes.
All right, Ray's here today. Everybody, it's El Ray. You got to give them the right.
The grape one, El Ray. The ground strewn before him with grape leaves. He insists that he never touches actual concrete with his feet.
Which is weird because he walks barefoot and
sounds really. Yes, I do.
Hey, anyways, before we get started today, I just want to tell everybody because there is some tickets left. Today is November 1st, All Saints Day. You wouldn't notice by looking this dayist. But anyways, it's All Saints Day. Yeah, the Day of the Dead. And we are actually doing Whiskey Roadshow tonight, 5 to 7 tonight. There are still tickets available. It's $60. It'd be $60 at the door if we have any left, too. You get $30 of it back in gift card to Julio's Liquors. And you also get a really cool Macallan glass. Of course, you can't see this on the radio, but it's sort of tulipy type glass. Very delicate and stemmed ware, because Macallan says they're very classy. Right.
So
they say.
We have to take their word for it because we don't really understand classy.
We don't. They're also doing a master class today too. There might be a couple spots left for that. Check it out on juliosliquors.com. Go to tastings and events, and you'll have all the pertinent information there.
So all these activities, amazing event going on, but let's get down to real business here.
Well, it's also
last week.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was promised meatballs.
This. I didn't know we were up to the airing of the
little bib prepared for these meatballs. Ray,
the airing of the grievances.
What happened here?
Just a slight little delay. It'll be next week. I promise you. Next Saturday, I will have the meatballs.
You ever see the old Popeye cartoons?
Yes.
Where Wimpy tells you that he'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah.
I think we're getting into that sort of realm.
Concerned that the actual animals that were used in the product of this may become extinct or become endangered at some point. It's been so long of a time period. I'm so hungry, I can't even tell you. I'm going to have to take the bib off. And I was promised a meatball, just so the audience understands this, that was not only
let this go, Ray.
Nourish and sate my appetite, but will actually fill my soul. And yet, week after week, it just is a vacuum of disappointment in that soul.
Ray, when you give him the meatball, when you bring it in next week, because I know you will do that because you're a man of your word, you'll bring him a meatball. Yeah. I want you to give it to him. Like, remember the wedding singer when she pays him in meatballs, the old lady pays, and she just puts the raw meatballs in his hand with the sauce on it. And ask him if he wants extra sauce.
When they get into an archaeological dig, and it's my T-shirt, you'll recognize me by my T-shirt, but it'll just be a skeleton with my hands held out because I will have wasted away.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
can we get to the wine of the week? Let's do the wine of the week.
Yeah, talk about the wine action.
All right.
It's the wine of the week.
Okay.
All right. Ray, what's the wine of the week?
Wine of the week. So today you see me with a sweater on. It's cool out, and cool begets red wine. So today
I thought he was going to tell us the sweater was cool. Yeah. So not.
So today I'm showing the wine of the week will be a red wine from Tuscany. Oh. It is the producer is Avionese. It is a Vino Nobile from Montepulciano. So this is a DOCG.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yes. So this is a DOCG rated area in the southeast part of Italy. And, I consider this type of wine a bridge. It's a bridge from the charming aspects of Chianti Classico to the more powerful Brunellos. So if you've had Brunello, you would know. So I thought I'd show this today. It's just a great food wine.
It's real good.
So what is Vino Nobile? Vino Nobile in Italian is noble grape. And this is going to be 100% Sangiovese.
Or Ray's nickname in some circles.
Yes. But by that, I mean, it's really a clone of Sangiovese called Prugnolo Gentili. And Italian law, 70% of this has to be that. In that case, it's 100%. So there's no fillers like a Colorino or a Cabernet or Merlot. This is all 100% Sangiovese. Again, it's a clone, but it's
It smells just like violets on this.
absolutely. You got violets on the nose. You're going to pick up some cherry. You're going to pick up some plum in there as well.
John was right. There's a little bit of red cassis in that too.
John said that?
Yeah, John said that.
Spot on as always.
He was being a Weisenheimer.
Right.
I think that's the old word for it. So you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Ray. But but there is actually, I didn't want to bring it up.
Right.
It's really good. It's got a good, nice, strong finish. You know what this would be good with is chocolate.
Or a meatball.
I knew
pretty sure.
you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say me.
Randall, I knew that Ray had something to do today and he was going to have a problem with this. So I figured that I would bring in,
No.
because Jen
not
made
the
some
surprise.
chocolate chip cookies. So you can have one.
Oh, I thought you were passing me the yeah.
You may have one.
All right,
Give Ray
Ray.
one.
Oh, thank
We give
you.
the studio audience will pass it out to the studio audience. Give me one of those, man. I gotta have one of those
Oh,
bad boys.
well, okay.
There is some in here. There's some in here. There's some for those of you who believe that Samhain is in America is just called pumpkin spice. There are some pumpkin spice ones in there too. That
Oh,
Jen
I
made.
saw
Those
that
are all
on the
handmade.
chocolate chip. So you're
Yeah.
saying this is from Tuscan. It's a
chocolate would be
Tuscan
good.
Italian wine.
Yes.
So what's the difference between a Tuscan and a Super Tuscan? And is this a Super Tuscan?
The big S on his chest.
It is not considered a Super Tuscan. A Super Tuscan basically is generally speaking, a Sangiovese-based wine that has non-Italian grapes blended with it, such as Cabernet Sauvignon, Cab Franc, Merlot.
Oh, so they're using the super, like I'm going to do my Superman sign on the chest, but they're using super and from
Please don't.
extra from outside the region.
It's gang
Yes.
singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's
Doing gang
right.
singles up here.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is
I'm gonna
all
get-
Sangiovese, and
Please all address
So,
all
okay.
complaints to randalljbird@gmail.com.
Well,
thank you.
you did do something that I really enjoy, and that is a hard to pronounce wine, which was the Montepulciano.
Montepulciano.
Right.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
It
All
goes good with the chocolate.
I'm
And
going
the
to
chocolate
check how it goes with the cookie, but
chips. Is the cookie okay? Does that satisfy you?
I hate
Are
to
we
say it,
semi-satisfied?
I hate to say it, Randall, but this does go great with red sauce.
Oh, rub it in, Ray.
Yeah,
yeah,
Just listen,
toss-
Ray, I'm trying to get you out from under
I
the
know.
brick,
Right.
and you keep putting yourself back in there.
The cookie is delicious, Ray, and maybe I'll just
That was
forget
Jen. You
about
better
that
thank.
whole meatball.
Yeah,
thing.
you better thank Jen for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonderful Jen made those last night. All right.
So once again, this is 2020 vintage.
Okay.
Avionese, Vino Nobile. The everyday price is $24.99. Today and all of next week, it is 20% discount,
Okay.
which actually, to be honest with you, I did a little checking. It is the best price in Massachusetts. For
Oh, okay.
wine.
All right. And you'll have it open. They can try it.
It's open, and we welcome you to try it. And can I add one more thing, Ryan?
Yeah, whatever you want.
All right.
You think there's structure to this show? Sure. Go right ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
So I just want to let
he
everybody
raised his
know-
hand too, by the way.
Oh.
I'll call on Ray. Ray.
Okay. So I just want to let everybody know that we did a pre-sell. It's not here yet. Arguably one of the best Pinot Noirs you will ever taste, and I'm including French Burgundy with that.
Really?
It's from Oregon. It is called Domaine Serene. The The pre-sale is at $79.99. It is the best price in the United States of America by far, not even close. And it is arguably the best Pinot you'll ever have. And the reason
Thanksgiving's coming up. Great with turkey.
Great with turkey. This was brown bagged and sommeliers in Boston and in New York. It was a brown bag between Domaine Serene, Domaine Romani Conti, which is
the number one. That's
number
like
one.
the
It's a
number one.
$5,000 bottle of wine, and also Domaine
Pocket change for it.
Domaine Serene 1.
Wow.
So
with the bag just not hiding.
So they
what
can't see it. So it's like a double blind.
right. So the pre-sale is out there. You just have to get online and order it. And you can buy one bottle, you can buy whatever you'd like, and it'll be here probably in about 10 days.
All right, cool.
10 days.
I might get one of those too.
I think we're going to go to a commercial break.
We have
This
to go
is
to commercial.
The Liquor Talking here on WCRN. That's AM 830 on your radio dial.
I hear Ray's going to the South Shore.
Through the break.
All right.
Is that where the meatballs are?
No,
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, we'll see you next week and hopefully not empty-handed.
No.
You got a cookie. Now you're still complaining?
Well, no, I'm trying to set it up for next week, Ryan. Don't worry on the food flow.
We'll blame her. We'll blame her. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ray.
I'm appreciative of any food that comes my way. Where did that container go?
Out there somewhere.
Oh no.
All right. We're on the break.
All right.
All right. So we're on the break now.
You know what I learned today?
Did you learn something today?
I did. That super Tuscan, I thought it meant it was like an intense Tuscan style.
Yeah.
It just means that it has stuff outside of the Tuscan or super or beyond.
I know
Tuscan.
I know Ray is left, but I think he'll back me up on this. It's both. Because when you add those grape varietals to that,
yeah,
it does pump them up.
Okay.
Okay, so it is more intense.
But supernatural means beyond the natural, and so super Tuscan would mean beyond
Tuscany. Right.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Literally. All right, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do
super.
He can listen. I let Robin do whatever he wants, anyways. Robin's in here. He's sitting down. I'm gonna give the official welcome, and we'll start on everything. Do you have a cookie?
I had my.
Oh, he had his cookie.
I had my cookie.
He had his cookie.
I really did. I really did.
And Robin's here, and we're gonna go through. Just so you know, Robin's one of the. I don't want to even talk about the other part yet, but Robin is really one of the key consultants in the liquor industry.
Yep.
Does a lot of stuff. We were just talking before, Randall, and you'll back us up on this. We were talking about people that were coming tonight for the Whiskey Roadshow, and it's a variety of people. We do have ambassadors coming.
Yeah,
we'll have some distillers here, stuff like that. You know, Robin's going to be here, but he's like he can't keep. He was just telling me he can't keep track of the changes. Like everybody's gone, and it's just like rotating.
Rotate. It's just like it's a never-ending circle.
Just pull that up a little bit. Yeah,
it's just a never-ending circle.
Right.
Now,
and we were and I was commenting to you last week about the fact that I see a lot of people that are in this business that have been in there for 5 years and they've not learned anything in 5 years.
Yeah, no,
and that's really even.
I have a theory as to what that is that they're so focused on sales in the boom time that they're not actually. So when you go into the kind of lull, like in the 90s in bourbon, then that's when you saw all the great experiments come out. Elmer T. Lee, like all the variations that Beam Suntory, like in bourbon, those people had time on their hands and couldn't sell, so they focused on the craft. Then when you're making all your dollars at the boom height of the bourbon industry, all the people in the game are worried about the money part of it, and they're just selling through like a lot of the experiments and the products from the 90s. But you're really not getting a knowledge base and really like forcing yourself to actually learn and understand and have the conversations, because you're just kind of like pushing stuff through the pipeline.
I would add on to that, saying that during the run-up that we had, beginning with the 21st century,
30 seconds,
until now, it really was about sales.
Right.
We forgot how to tell the story and integrate that with the sales process. That's right. And that's what's
that's what we're contending with now.
That's what we're contending with.
Yeah. And that's definitely is. All right. So when we come, just so you know, we record everything. So we're doing it, but we're going to, we're coming back.
So.
Here we go.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
you'll hear it.
The burps.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN. And you can also catch us on Julio's Liquor's Facebook page. This also becomes a podcast. You can get it wherever you get podcasts, like Spotify. We also have a YouTube channel. Just look for It's the Liquor Talking. All right, I want to introduce our next guest, who's Robin Robinson. He's an acclaimed author, and he just came out with his new book, Robin Robinson, A Grifter's Guide to the Long Con.
Right.
That literally was the subtitle, and the publisher just said, "No, you can't do that.
You can't do that." No, I'm sorry. It's the history of whiskey in 100 bottles, barrels, and more by Robin Robinson. And Robin, by the way, had done the complete whiskey course, which the only saving grace is I think I was mentioned in it. I think that was the only thing that sold it.
That was,
But anyways,
I looked through this. I didn't see anything.
I know. Well,
no, that was only in the first book.
I
You get
hope-
one- hey, look, you get one.
One.
Yeah,
That's
what do you want?
I hope this one does as well. But without that, the Griff.
George
You like that one, though?
Washington is
The
this
Grifter's
one,
Guide
and
to the
you wanna
Long
be
Con.
next
You like
to
that one, though?
Yeah.
That's your next book.
Okay.
What?
Like
And
the Grifter's Guide to the Long Con.
Oh,
How to
Are
make
you
money
kidding
in
me?
whiskey.
How to make money.
I'm already writing it.
Yeah.
That I want credit for. Anyway, so Robin, this book just came out. A matter of fact, I gave a copy to Randall for his birthday,
Aw.
and we've been going through it. We've been looking at it. Tell people who have not seen this book what exactly it is,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's sort of a weird sort of. I think it's a very interesting way you're tackling
I
it.
think it goes this
But
way.
the history of whiskey in 100 bottles, barrels, and more.
So I'm okay. So I'm the guy at the end of the bar, and you came in and you just happened to sit next to me, and I told you this story, and it was like really a cool story. And then you went home and you Googled it and said, "Wow, oh no, everything that he said was really true." And then you came back to the bar, and I'm sitting at the bar again, and now we know each other. Hey, how you doing? And I got another story for you. And then I have another story and another story. And that's essentially what this is. This is 100 stories. They're all short stories. They're very concise. They get to a point. They have
Right.
a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Unlike our usual conversations
Yeah, right.
that we have.
Yeah. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and each one of them it uses an object to as a portal to some aspect of the entire history of not just whiskey, because we know that it only goes back 400 or 500 years, but now we actually have to go back to the beginning.
Right.
And what's the first story in there? It's about a pot. Because if it wasn't for the understanding of what a pot was and how it brings disparate things together
Right.
and creates something new, then from out of all of that, tens of thousands of years later comes whiskey.
Nice.
Well, and I mean, that's cool, but I think you've taken a lot of the stories that I would tell and put them in the book. And so now I feel like,
I stole your story.
No,
Yeah,
no,
right.
not that. Have you taken, you pulled
I-
the rug out from underneath.
And,
This
and
is called the
literally-
Randall
Well,
appropriation.
this is actually part of the grift. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, one of the ones that I like to talk about is the Bain Marie, which most people know about
yeah.
as a cooking
The
water
dou-
bath,
The double boiler.
which is tied back to, I did not know the Maria the Prophetess, but I knew the historical reference to Maria the Jewess, who is
She's the same
right.
person.
But I mean, I'd always refer to it as the Bain Marie or
Yeah.
the Marie bath.
Yes.
And it's mentioned in here because it was a profound kind of alchemic tradition that led to later distillation practices.
Well, what was interesting is that, and one of the things I noted in there, as I really start doing the deep dive on Mary,
Yeah.
or Marie, is that she was less concerned with the transmutational thing of alchemy, which
Yeah.
is what they were all doing. Was like, here's our soul.
Everything was a little bit of magic. It was this magic and alchemy in the changing
Yeah.
of different states.
That's exactly what it was.
Or cycles.
Yeah,
Right.
well, it was
Yeah.
essentially it was how do we reunify?
Right.
And it was under the understanding that we're in a putrid state that we're eventually going to decompose.
Yeah.
How do we bring our back together and then be one with God? What she was concerned with was she was the chemical engineer. she's the one that actually sealed the entire thing together.
Right.
Right. And like I mentioned in the book, she went unheralded for 500 years until a man named Zosimos, who started chronicling all of the alchemical progress of that, reaches back 500 years earlier and sees her and brings her finally, to people's consciousness. But yeah, she actually kind of created, the idea of the pot, the alembic, all sealed in one container.
Right.
And then her addition was, well, what if we're not really directly heating that, but we're going to heat it with an interim thing in the middle, and that is the Mary's bath, the water in between.
Right.
And that is called a karyotokos in Greek, and so it's an indirect heat. And every
You don't get those hot points. You don't get the flashes, right?
Exactly.
It's a much more efficient, right?
Exactly. And then you can do other things besides just distill as well. And every chef knows that, because it's essentially it's a key part of every modern kitchen.
But it's something that is a great story, because you can drop it in a conversation about cooking or restaurant equipment or something, and then still tie it. And that is one of the key points that I realized what you were trying to do with the book, was bring these stories that will allow you to bridge into bigger conversations.
This is really exactly right. This is not so. I'm one half of me. I've got a storyteller on my left shoulder. I've got the geeky nerd on my right shoulder, and I'm walking the path in between them.
Yeah.
Right. One of the things about today that, about today's problems with the whiskey industry right now, as I mentioned before, we started actually getting a little bit too intense on the geeky stuff. So it wasn't just the story behind the label. It was all of the stuff that was on that single barrel that had the warehouse number and all that geeky stuff. And here's the thing. If you're a person who's coming to whiskey on your own volition, that's kind of fun. Guess what? Who you're leaving behind? All those people who are not doing that. I'm the guy who travels the country. I meet everybody from everywhere. Whiskey intimidates people in the 21st century the way that wine intimidated people in the late 20th century.
Right.
And they think that they have to be a special connoisseur. They think they actually have to have some sort of a thing. No, you don't. You're the master of your own palate.
Exactly.
Right. And that's what everything that I do. When I was with Compass Box, that's what I did. When I consult now, it's what I do now. It's when I wrote both of these books, it was real. How do I get people into the pool?
Right.
Right.
Well, get the pool.
I want to
this
bridge
a lot.
on what you're saying,
right?
Because we have a term for what you're talking about, and that's called Moneyball. Okay. So if you know Moneyball, the movie, they statistically pick a team instead of scouting and watching and doing things. They look at numbers. And so they're distracted, and it works for one season.
Yeah.
And then it's never really been done again.
Right.
So if you're telling me that I only want Camp Nelson, floor 4, 15 things, you're missing the whole picture, because as I always try and point out, everything is going to be a bell curve. So on that floor in that warehouse, you're going to have exceptional stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have average stuff. And then there's going to be some dogs or not good stuff that's also in that. Yeah. But by focusing on the factoids or the statistics, you're missing the bigger picture of your palate and the senses.
But it goes into gatekeeping and stuff too. It's like, you if you know all the jargon,
right,
you hold the knowledge, and if you can break that knowledge jargon out, then everybody's welcome to the party.
That's the whole idea. Right. And we got to be actually just an assembly of geeks. And I will tell you, the most boring night of my night is to sit in a whiskey tasting with a bunch of geeks and everyone just factor baiting each other. Right, because that's pretty.
Is that what the kids are calling it now?
That's what I'm calling it. Yeah.
And that's a great
version of
that's a great term.
That's my 6-7.
Yeah. Oh God, don't get into that, please.
Because we get into 14 pages on Reddit about the neck pour and these things that are really not relevant to anything that you're talking about.
Exactly, and people were missing.
I invented this so we could get by the neck pour. So this is a whiskey thief for a bottle, so you can pull from. And we're making jokes because all the whiskey in the bottle is all the same.
Right.
Unless you
or
do
if you're
something
worried
weird.
about what's at the top of the bottle,
just
just
flip the
turn it
bottle
over
over.
and then put
Oh,
it back
that
up.
But that's the whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
and people get very protective about their jargon because
Yeah.
if I know the jargon and you don't,
Yeah.
then I'm superior to you. And then we
Yeah,
get into
and
like
that's
a
just- and
Well,
what's
that's-
that called?
it's
Dunn
also
Kroger effect, where
insecure
you don't
because
know
you're
enough.
like, I hope they don't notice. I'm the guy behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And so I'm just throwing out these big terms like
Exactly.
Tuscan
Yeah.
and something.
And I love it when people try to do that with me because I'm just going to sit there. I'm just going to like take it. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just listen to your bullshit right now, But I know that everything that but you get to the point, and I think you mentioned Reddit. Everyone goes down a Reddit hole,
Right.
Yeah.
on
And they're not
whiskey.
nice people.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
tell
they're
you.
terrible.
I was
Yeah.
I had somebody go, "Who do you think you are?" And I go, "I'm no one. I'm just telling you what you're telling people
Yeah.
is wrong.
It's wrong.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
wrong. I'm
right.
no one.
Yeah.
Please do not,
Yeah.
again."
Yeah.
But that's the thing. And there's some, talk about gatekeeping. But anyways, but that's what's the beauty of the book, because now you can it brings it home to an approachable storytelling where you do get. I mean, even talking about the bath and stuff, you getting into geeky
Oh,
stuff.
you have to.
You're getting
You
into
ha-
geeky
you have
stuff.
to because
yeah.
no, they have to walk hand in hand.
Right.
They have to walk hand in hand. But you can't lead. It all depends who you're. You can't let one lead to the other. And the biggest challenge I had here was how do I pull back from being a geek and let the story tell the story. And many times, like for example, I said, okay, I know exactly where this story's going. And then I get halfway in there and go, oh no, that's not where it's at. It's like way over here.
Right.
And that became really, I said, that's exciting. Now I got a story here. I went past the facts. I even talk about in the introduction, a lot of people, is that the same glue that they use in 1857?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And, again, you'll get yourself, you can paint yourself into a corner real quickly.
Easily. Yeah.
By trying to control the conversation by throwing in factoids.
Yeah. We tend to forget, and I think this is one of the most important things that people in our industry needs to understand. We're entertainers.
Exactly.
Barely.
We're entertainer.
Yeah, barely.
Well, barely. Okay. We could be terrible entertainers, but we're entertainers.
No, I'm
nonetheless.
just making a joke about
right.
hard
No, I
drugs,
get it.
right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're gonna take a break. Robin, can you stick around for the rest of the show?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me give you a plug before we go to break.
Oh, thanks.
The History of Whiskey in 100 Bottles, Barrels, and More by Robin Robinson. He's going to be here today at Julio's signing copies. You can buy them. There's $29.99. He's actually giving this stuff away. And we're giving it 10% discount today, too. So stop down. Robin's going to stay on the show, and we'll get to more fun stuff and drinking. That's why Robin came, by the way, just so you're wondering.
Yeah.
All right, Randall, you want to
Let's
get
take a commercial break. We'll be continuing through that commercial break on the Facebook Live feed. And when we return, we're going to be tasting things like the drink of the show and other whiskeys as we continue with It's the Liquor Talking. Please stay tuned.
All right.
Yeah. You can.
Did you grab it, Pat? You got the
Are
other
you
one?
going to hang out or?
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
stay
Skip
on.
Keep
Oh, yeah, stay on.
Awesome.
We're going to ply you with whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Oh,
the
that'll
fun.
suck.
This will be on our podcast. This stays on, so we just go through it
Oh, great.
and stuff like that. So
I got
Well,
water. I got a cup.
you got water, you got a cup.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the drink of the show, and I think what I'm gonna do for the drink of the show, Randall, is because I think Robin would be very interested in this. Is let's do the Bully Boy.
Yeah, sure. Do
And
we
so-
have the open
Yes.
Tony?
Yes, I do. I thought I
love
put it up
those
here.
guys.
I did.
Oh, I didn't see it behind
right
the
here.
1790.
So we're gonna right now, since everybody is here, we're gonna the drink of the show is in two parts. We'll do this first.
Okay.
Does that mean it's a
Yeah.
cocktail?
have a- Well, this
There's
one
a
is.
cocktail element to it.
Oh, there should
So-
have 3 parts.
So
That's what-
Bully Boy is a
He knows him, right?
Dorchester
So
distillery,
I love
right?
those guys. Yeah, I
And
actually
we've been
went over
doing
and did a sales training with those guys.
A special kind of collaborations over the last year.
Yeah.
And the latest iteration that just landed this week is something that we're calling the Americano Straight Whiskey.
Yeah, we're gonna do this right when we get back on the show.
Right.
That one,
And that is, but there's 2 parts to it because at the same time, one of the elements they released was a cocktail, which is what we're passing around
Very
to
good.
taste as soon as we get back from the
Yeah.
commercial break.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get, I get these for the
while you're doing that, I would just want to talk about something that happened last night,
sure.
and that is
1
that
minute.
John Hendricks, the hardest working man in the show and possibly definitely the room, got a call, and they were asking for
Especially when we're in the room.
Blanton's, if you had Blanton's in.
Here you go.
And then as
If
soon
you
as
had
they
if you had
heard
Blanton's,
that there was
Yeah.
no Blanton's, right, they
Oh.
were like, they hung up because that was all they were
oh,
going to say.
well, you know what? Well,
Right, and
we have
this
a name for those people.
Right.
Yeah.
And what we were talking about is like, do they realize how good
Wait, how long?
Other whiskeys
other
are.
things are
Yeah.
and how much
30
of a
seconds.
value it is instead of chasing this thing?
the brand name. Yeah.
And
the Cadillac of whiskeys.
right.
Yeah, there were
Or
there-
Pappy
or
or whatever,
Pappy, right,
or
yeah.
Weller. And you
Yeah.
just get into these loops where people are like, I won't let you tell me about whiskey because I know that it is and it has this name.
Here we go. We're
So
coming back.
anyway, we're coming back. So
Which is perfect. That's here. Give the ones to Robin. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking, right here on WCRN AM 830. I know I forget everything right now. We're about to start drinking. I think that's what the anticipation is getting to me. And we're also joined by Robin Robinson is here, the author of the new book that just came out. I think he likes my title better, but it's The History of Whiskey in 100 Bottles, in barrels and more.
yeah.
And
well, let me tell you, there was an argument over that.
Really?
Oh yeah, I wanted vessels,
vessels.
100
Uh-oh.
bottles, barrels, and vessels,
Yeah, I think that's cool.
and I ran into. I can't even tell you.
No one knew what a vessel was.
They had no idea. Oh,
Oh, we
Here they
forgot
are
that-
calling to say you can't even use
Yeah.
the word vessel.
all right. We know you're talking.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
talking
sorry.
about the vessel thing. Please stop talking.
Stop. You
All
must.
right.
You
So
must.
what we've poured into our coffee mugs, should I just
Oh
launch
yeah, this is
into
the drink. We do a
Okay,
thing
we're
called
gonna-
the drink of the show.
Yeah.
You have your coffee mug.
Yeah.
Right. It's no one's bit. Randall, give us the.
I
give us
just
the-
always say that what we put in our coffee mugs is nobody's business in New England, but we're happy today to tell you that it is Bully Boy's Americano whiskey, right?
Yeah, and that's a big mouthful because this is a culmination of a project we've been doing with the guys at Bully Boy.
Okay. So are we going to taste this first or
Let's-
the part?
Well,
that
let's do
explains?
this. So I'm going to start it because they called me and they said, "Hey Ryan, we want to do a Negroni and we want to age it in a barrel. What barrel should we get?" And I said, "Oh, well, what barrels can you get?" And when he hit port, I said, "Stop. Get the port barrel. You want the port barrel for the Negroni." So I have first for you in the little cup is a barrel aged Negroni that was aged in the port barrels. That's in this.
Okay. Now they sold this
They sold this all out.
at the distillery because they have a little cocktail lounge, which is a fantastic place to visit
Yeah.
and have a drink.
Yeah, and it's so
And
this is a
the
barrel aged.
barrel aged
well,
Negroni.
already it noses a Negroni-ish. So,
Yeah.
as the French would say, it has typicity.
No,
I don't know what
he
that
uses
means.
these 10
Yeah,
cent words.
right.
I know,
Yeah,
it's-
but it means it is typical of what it is supposed
Oh,
to be.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
Negroni, but it is barrel aged. Now,
And it's available as a 200 mil.
well, you can only
ML
get it with
bottle.
the set because it sold out immediately. It was like gone the day they
But
released it.
while they sell a Negroni, the one that's barrel aged in the port has the sticker that says
Yeah.
Lock and Key on it.
Yeah, and you can
Okay.
only get it with the Americano. So, my next question to the guys at Bully Boy is, what are you going to do with that barrel, that port barrel that held a Negroni in it? What are you going to do after you empty it out?
Oh, yeah.
And so we really hadn't thought about it. I go, well, I have,
Oh,
and what I would like
Ryan's
to
up
do,
at night,
yeah, for frantically going.
worrying.
What I would like to do is, I'm a big fan of their American whiskey. I think it's a great product. And not many people are into American whiskeys because it is as Robin will tell you, it's a broad band, right? But I love their stuff. And I said, I'm going to have Randall come down. We're going to pick a barrel of that American whiskey and we're going to put it into that barrel, that Negroni.
So they've barrel aged it in their own barrel at their own distillery.
Right. It's 5-year-old
And now we're going to take
whiskey
that
anyways.
and put that into the port barrel that previously held the Negroni.
very cool. Oh,
So
that's
in your
very
mug,
very
which is no one's business, is Americano we decided to call it Americano Straight Whiskey. And this is non-chill filtered at 120 proof, but this has been finished in a port barrel that held a Negroni premixed cocktail in it.
Mm.
So there's an American kind of cocktail called an Americano, right?
Mhm.
This is kind of a play on, it says American whiskey,
Right.
but you're calling it Americano for this particular bottling.
Wow, this is
It's not a
awesome.
category, but this is specific. And that is the American whiskey finished in the Negroni barrel,
Yes.
now called Americano whiskey with the Bully Boy light blue label.
This is awesome.
So this just came out. So Robin, now
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, I know you'll give me an honest opinion. What do you think?
I love it. I absolutely. Now I had it's very high strength. I had to bring it down with some water.
Yep.
Um,
There's nothing wrong with that.
no, that is the only way to do it. I'm an anti-hazmat kind of a guy. That being said, this is literally what more people should be doing, is making American whiskey, right? And move outside of the boundaries of what is bourbon, what is straight, or what is that, and do some experimental things.
Right.
Right. And could be with grains, could be with barrels, could be with aging, could be whatever it is. But there's such, and I've been fans of these guys since they started.
Yep.
And I remember, 15 years ago running into them. This is delicious.
Well,
Well,
Robin, the funny part is we've just figured out that we're actually going to do 4 projects with Bully Boy within a year.
Right.
So
So,
well,
single
Being
barrel.
the whole thing now.
The whole thing, we bought 4 single barrels, but this goes back to bridge to your story or to what you were explaining about how I believe that you can't make crummy, essentially crap whiskey,
No,
right?
no,
Like
no.
you're not going to be able to sell it.
Yeah.
But at some point, the story and like what the project is becomes as important as the taste.
100%.
So in doing and working with Bully Boy or other things to get like this kind of thing that we could essentially do a little bit of a class.
Yeah.
And when we did this, we pulled an origin sample that we kept aside from the finished sample.
Right.
And then we took samples in slices at 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. So at some point in the
can
next
taste the
few
whole thing.
weeks,
Yeah.
if there's any product left,
Yeah.
we can hold a class
Yeah.
and then explain it, and
And-
people can see how it's changed and developed over time.
Exactly. And those are my favorite classes, which is kind of deconstruction class.
Because you're learning and
Yeah.
because you're tasting in real time instead of me standing there. This is the distillery,
Yeah.
this is the water
Yeah,
source, and
right.
everything that you've seen just done almost beaten to death.
Exactly,
That's my
yeah.
PowerPoint.
And that's all good. That's all good backstory and everything.
Right.
But now let's just take it to actually the next step. And actually, how did we get here? How
Exactly.
did we get in?
Well, that's the whole
Yeah.
point. And the whole and really what we always get down to is all the jargon, all the micro diving you can do and of how this is done and how this is done is like just taste it. Does it
Yeah.
taste good? Do you like it?
Yeah.
I mean,
It
and we don't
starts there.
expect everybody to like it
It
either.
starts there. It
Right.
starts, do I like it? Do I not like it?
There's
Yeah.
there's Coke and Pepsi, and we're RC guys, but there's a seat for everybody. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you're not going to like everything, but you can also appreciate how you got to the final product.
And here's the thing: you don't like it, put a little bit more water in it,
Yeah,
Right,
try it.
right? Because all
Right.
of a sudden it's going to change.
But
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
barrel is open for people to taste before they purchase.
Oh,
What we
very
think
good.
is the cool
Oh,
thing
okay.
is
Yeah,
that
we're going to have it open
don't
so you
get
can
to
try
a
it.
point where you don't do this. Now, I had a really interesting thing happen the other night. I was tasting a bunch of stuff
I
upstairs
thought
in the
I
tasting
thought this was the alien abduction story.
No,
I'm
no, no,
sorry. I'm sorry.
and there was a gentleman and his son, and they were tasting some whiskeys, and they picked something that they really liked. We were showing some
Yeah.
stuff in the room upstairs, and I said, "Well, we generally try and make sure everything is available because we're very proud of everything we picked, and we think we do. We don't really have a lot of duds in the lineup in the 20 years that we've been doing this or more." And the guy says, "Well, there was one barrel." And so I was like, So then I was like, I'm like, I know that we do stuff. This is what's going through my head. I know we do stuff that you might not like, but I don't understand how you would have gotten to that if you didn't taste or sample it. And so I'm like, just curious now, but I'm kind of like, tensing up a little bit because there's a lot of pride in what we do, right?
Sure, yeah.
And so what one was it? And he goes, it was a Russell's barrel. And instantly I know exactly what the barrel was. Do you know, Ryan?
I was going to say it's going to be the funk.
It's funk because we had 2 barrels, one that was called Soul and one was called Funk, sitting next to each other in the warehouse, and they were a demonstration of what the prototypical Russell's product was, the soul of it, and then how the exact same liquid in a completely different barrel, but in the same place, same day, same mash bill,
Same
sitting
distillate-
next to
same
in the
distillate run.
warehouse,
What was the
went
difference
to a
in the barrel?
completely different.
It was the barrel.
Oh,
The barrel.
it was just the barrel.
barrel,
It was just the
so it was-
construction.
Everything was the same.
It was a demonstration of how the
That's
barrel.
brilliant. That's brilliant. That's a friggin' story right there.
Right. And so I instantly knew what it was because I like the Funk better than the soul because I like this musty kind of leather, darker notes that are a lot more, but it was off-putting to this gentleman. And he was like, oh, I don't know if that's what the thing was because he couldn't remember the name of it. I go, I mean, I would stake my reputation on the fact that it is. And by the way, sir, if you don't like that, I will buy that bottle back from you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to have a bad experience, but also I would love to have another bottle of the Funk.
Yeah.
Because we like
It ended up being split.
Right.
When we had a class and we tasted both because this is what we wanted to show.
Some people didn't.
We wanted to show Robin again. It's about demonstration. It's about stories and demonstration, right? These were distillate was the same
day,
everything
same
sitting next to
everything.
each other
Right.
in the
There you go.
the brick out.
That's what we call the snowflake effect, right? Right. No two
no to the like.
snowflakes, right. And it's not-
But it was also about, tasting it. And
Right.
we put out what we think are good products. If you don't like Americano or a Negroni, you're not going to like this product. And we don't pretend that you should now. Well, you obviously don't know what you're tasting.
Yeah.
You need to
because
get
you don't
your
want to
palate
put
better.
anybody. You don't want to put anybody into
It's
that.
not that at all.
Exactly. Of course. Yeah. Right.
Enjoy the things because if you keep enjoying the stuff, you're going to come back and find more things you enjoy.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to push a particular thing because you're trying to get your sales numbers up on it and you disconnect people from the product.
Not only that,
it's not good.
I think the explanation of the outlier is what brings people into it.
Right.
This is not a homogenous cookie cutter type
cutter,
of
right?
thing.
You don't want that. That's
that
the last thing
outlier in there. There's a reason for that outlier, and guess what? No one knows that reason.
Right.
Nobody knows it.
Scientifically, you can't even get right.
There's not. And nobody in the warehouse has been there for 45 years. No one really knows.
Jimmy Russell. Jimmy Russell's the only one.
Well, he may be right. Yeah, and maybe Jim McEwen there. Right,
exactly.
But other than them, no one knows, and that's why you want to taste that.
Right.
That's why you want to taste it because that's a freak of nature, man.
But
exactly.
Try, enjoy, and know that not everything is going to
You're not going to like everything.
We have to put out different things so that we can try different avenues, different paths.
All right. We're going to take a break.
Yeah.
I'm giving you guys some more. We got some more stuff.
There will be more. To our radio listeners who can't even test or try the stuff that our studio audience is tasting as we do this, we'll be back on the other side of these commercials with more of It's the Liquor Talking and some more products, information, and interview with Robin Robinson, author of The History of the Whiskey.
They can't get
The History of the Whiskey. I like that one. All right. So we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the barrel aged beer with everybody on the radio. But what's that? What do you mean?
The studio audience was asking about this product last night, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's out or something's happening.
We got it out.
And so they came in today and got a chance to taste it. And
you got it. All right. So we just also released this week. All right. Yesterday, we released our barrel aged farmhouse pale ale. And it's from Oxbow Brewing.
Ooh.
And that's what you guys have in front of you right now. It's barrel select farmhouse ale, production time 18 months, and it'll age, so you can enjoy this within the next 5 years. We got that in. It's Oxbow Brewing. It was aged. I can tell you guys, it was aged in a Eagle Rare barrel. So you guys got in front. So I was telling Jen comes and she's going to the farm. And I'm like, oh, we're releasing the farmhouse ale. And I don't know. I must have said, oh, they had quail legs at the farm. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. For somehow she got me, please go get me some quail eggs.
Yeah.
And she bought me quail eggs. So you guys, I figured since we had the farmhouse ale.
Are we literally going to have this with quail eggs?
Yeah, you got quail eggs.
God.
All right.
I'm so glad I came today.
Aren't you? And they're hard boiled. They're
Oh,
hard boiled,
okay.
but yeah, they're
I'm
hard.
like,
Yeah,
I was
no,
about to-
they're hard boiled. They're supposed. They better be.
I would
Have you
have
guys
thought these
opened
were
yours?
chocolates or some kind of truffle
No.
or something, but
No.
Can you see that? It's
Yeah, it's a little. It's a little spot. They're gorgeous.
yeah,
by
it
the
looked
way.
like a Jackson Pollock painting on my egg here.
Yeah, so they're
the shell is not
quail
edible.
eggs. The shell, I don't. Randall,
Well,
it
let's see.
probably is,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm gonna
roll
say
it,
no.
crunch it.
You're gonna do that thing from that one movie when he just rolls the egg.
No,
What
I
was
don't-
that?
Oh,
Remember that? Who
Yeah.
was it? De Niro that did that, and
Yeah.
he just rolled the egg, and it just all cracked beautifully. and
Yes.
he peeled it.
yes.
that
I don't have that type of luck.
Where
He was the
was
devil.
it stifle? Yeah, that was Angel Heart.
It was
was
Angel.
Angel Heart, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he was.
It
the
wasn't,
devil,
uh,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't Cool Hand Luke, was it?
No, that's when he ate the
Different
whole-
hard boiled egg.
Yeah, that was a different.
Yeah,
egg.
it's a
That was
different
a
hard-boiled
different
egg.
egg story.
That is an egg story.
Yeah.
Which came first, chicken or the egg? All right. In this case, it's a quail. I'm having a little difficult.
Now I'm supposed to have this with the farmhouse ale.
Yeah, try it with the farmhouse ale.
Yeah, you got.
And we also have, by the way, since we're really fancy and we want to do farmhouse stuff, I also picked you up there's some pate there if you want some pate.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to try this with the farmhouse ale.
I had no idea I was going to come to Westboro and have pate and quail egg.
Well, we're very,
Listen,
we're
this
very
isn't the
naughty
regular
over here.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
kind
it
of
is?
Fred
Okay,
Robin,
okay,
like,
never mind.
like,
Okay,
they've rolled out the
I
cards.
hit the outlier.
I had a world-renowned author in the store.
Oh, that was it.
I figured that was all
That
the
was
age.
it.
Then we knew
exactly
that
it.
you were coming too.
Yeah,
so.
right. I was going to say, can you introduce me to him?
All right, and that's the. Oh, I love that.
I'm still on my peeling here.
Ooh.
I hate to actually ruin the artistry of the.
Well, I have extra, so you can admire them. So later
Okay,
on, if you
good.
want
I'll
to,
do
so
that.
you-
That tastes like a hard boiled egg.
it does, but it's tiny.
Yeah.
And Randall's, but you were into tiny cooking. I figured this would be like perfect.
Oh
for you.
yes, I went through a phase.
I once did a play called Tiny Alice, but that's
That's a
beside the
different
point.
story.
Okay, never mind.
Yet I digress.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I can do that real easy. Yeah.
All right, what time? How much time we got? Can we come back?
Okay.
I'm trying to stay ahead of everything. We got to do the question of the show too. We haven't done that yet either. We got to do that, and they're gonna love this one.
Okay, the ale.
Yeah.
Is superior. That's really, and boy, ale and eggs. This is a thing now.
There we go. 30 seconds. Oh, I thought he was gonna say 10 seconds.
Ale and
All right, I'm
eggs.
gonna
All right,
pate.
you want me to get the
some
rest of the
crackers.
stuff ready for us for the next one? We're also going to do the question of the show. I will give you the question of the show. Do not answer it. When we come back, I'll reread it and then we'll give it to the audience. But
All right.
that way, a lot of our people can play along. On How I Met Your Mother, Barney is fond of what fictional high-end scotch? On How I Met Your Mother, Barney is fond of what fictional high-end scotch? All right, when we come back, we'll do that. Here we go.
This is terrible. I rarely watch the show. You know. But they made up the name. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking. Okay, during the break, we have had quail eggs,
Oh yeah.
hard-boiled quail eggs, and we opened up the new release for my beer department, which is barrel-aged farmhouse pale ale by Oxbow Brewing. This is Barrel Select Farmhouse Ale. Production time is 18 months. Keep cool and enjoy within 5 years because it will actually age. So this is what do you guys think of first of all, what did you think of the quail eggs?
Oh
Good?
Excellent.
Did you guys eat the quail eggs?
yeah.
Quail eggs with the beer,
Yeah.
and then I had a little bit of pate on a
Yeah,
cracker.
Yeah.
Pate's
That
really
had the
also-
pate on
Yeah,
top
it's
of
like
it. Yeah.
it's like some sort of
Very classy. Yeah.
highfalutin sort of show.
This was a triple play. Yeah. We hit
But
the
what do you think of
trifecta.
the beer?
Beer is fabulous. I love farmhouse ales. This
Like
is
that-
one of my favorite.
That little bit of sour to it.
That's
It's got
exactly right.
that citrusy,
Um,
grapefruit.
I'm a fan of saisons.
Yeah.
Very difficult to find saisons in the eastern part of the United
Yes.
States. This kind of brings me right into that general area right here. You're right. A little bit of that kind of sour note on there, a little fizzy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just, boy, summertime.
You're very enthusiastic, but I have to tell you
Yeah.
that at the end of the
Uh-oh.
show, a check will kind of be pushed.
Will
towards
it?
you.
Okay, good.
So, like, I'm just
and
telling
I'm
you,
just-
as
and
you
I'm-
eat
and
all
I'm just
these
gonna-
things,
and I'm just going to keep
Which
pushing
is
it
gonna
right
be-
off.
okay, right off the
Which
end
is
of the
really
drink.
great because you'll be able to bounce it on your way home. But But this guy,
Oh,
I got to
was
tell the
gonna say,
guys,
like they're going to charge
the-
for all the stuff you're eating.
Damn.
but you know,
I thought all this flattery was going to get me somewhere. You know?
Yeah.
no, they did a
In
really
fact-
good. They did a real Oxbow Brewing did a really good job on this. This is a really, really good. I could just like tasting this in my head. Talk about stories. In my head, I see the big, wooden keg of beer, and the guy nailing the spigot right into it,
Oh, love it.
and then pouring out because that's what it feels like
He's
when I drink it.
like lederhosen or
Oh,
something.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't know when your fantasy, but in mine, it's a.
And Ryan has just come in from the fields or the woods where he's felled a few trees. Yeah,
Right.
It's
There
all,
you go.
it's all
Right.
quite
He's got
majestic.
But
the
lumberjack
calluses
and
are
I'm
fresh. You know,
okay.
he's putting like liniment on his
Yeah.
hands for the calluses. Yeah, there you go.
Wow, you guys really went into the storytelling on that one.
In my head, he had his hand in a glove of Vaseline. Like,
Oh, it's
like the
it was like
grapes and wrath.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Hey, let's do the larceny question of the show.
Okay.
All right.
I knew the reference. I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that.
Okay, here we go. On How I Met Your Mother, Barney is fond of what fictional high-end scotch? Now, I can tell you this scotch will not be tasted today at the Whiskey Roadshow,
As it's fictional.
5 to 7 p.m. today at Julia's Liquors.
All
But-
right. Do you give us some options?
Yeah, I'll give you some
Or
options.
I'm going to just say it's going to be something like Glen whatever.
So it's A, Moloko, B, Ambrosia, C, Glen McKenna, or D, Suntory.
Well, one's not fictional.
Is it though?
Glen McKenna is my answer. And
I'm going with Randall on this. I think anything named Glenn is going to be Scotch.
You can
Yeah.
follow Randall on anything alcohol, but don't follow him through the burning door in a fire.
Yeah.
Don't follow him then. Glen McKenna is the answer, Randall. You got it right.
the correct fictional answer.
The correct fictional answer.
Right.
Not Suntory. You sure it's not Suntory?
Yeah.
All right. It's not Suntory, Randall says. All right.
Well,
Good.
not a
That's
scotch.
Not a scotch. Well, that was the whole
Oh,
point. That was
Japanese Scotch. though,
That's right.
right.
It was a trick question. There's nothing, that's what's great about authors. You can't get anything by them.
Yeah.
I did the research.
All right, you're gonna need your water for this one,
Okay, I'm ready.
Mr. Robinson,
Oh,
because this just reached us yesterday.
wow.
This is a barrel we picked out, and it's perfect timing. It's November. It's November, and of course, you have
Just barely.
This is
but we do have Veterans Day coming up.
yes.
We do.
Okay. And let me pour some for the audience out there. Make sure that they get some. And we were hoping this barrel would hit. It's supposed to hit in November. It hit basically November 1st. So we're
Oh,
very,
that's
very
gonna-
yeah. That's it. That's fine. You can do that here. Do one more firm there. There's all three of them.
So
There you go.
what's our proof right now?
So this is okay. So this is Horse Soldier. This is the Barrel Select. This is a 10-year-old non-chill filtered bourbon, and this is 135.2.
Wow.
This barrel only produced 54 bottles.
Wow.
Period. Now 52.
Now 52.
Yeah, now 52 because Johnny already bought one.
Yeah.
this is
And the name, well, we named this barrel "Thank You" for our veterans. So
thank you.
we named the
I'm,
bottle.
does this I think I gave my sample away. Did you pour?
Yeah, here you go. I'll give you another one.
Thank you.
All right. So this is Horse Soldier, which has been really, really popular lately. We did this one barrel, this one off of 10-year-old, and here it is at $100. This costs it's $99.99, and like I said, it goes on sale today. So if you're looking for something for Veterans Day or a great gift, in the name of the barrel is "Thank You." So you guys try it and see what you think.
And always with the information and knowledge. You mentioned something about how you're not a hazmat fan.
Right.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
Except for the fact that hazmat is great value in the bottle.
Right.
If you drink it with water.
whiskey
So-
concentrate, as I call it.
Whiskey concentrate. So for the 750 milliliters that I'm buying, I'm actually going to get 800 milliliters
Correct.
of whiskey if I'm actually going to dilute it.
And you
with
have
water.
the ability to kind of play with it more
You do,
than if
yeah.
you have something that's at the lowest 40% or
Yeah.
80.
Robin, I'm gonna make a confession today. I feel like you're my priest. I have to do
Okay.
this now.
Oh no.
This is how I get myself in trouble though, because I get like a high ABV, and I usually end up drinking stuff around like 100, 110, somewhere in that
yeah.
range, right? So I keep trying to add water and get it correctly, and then I go too far, and then I got to start all over again. So by the
Oh.
time I'm done, I drink like half the bottle. So
Damn,
in
I went
theory,
past
it's
the limit.
great. In theory, it's great. But I did add a little water to this because first of all, I do try these, like I try them cast strength. Just want to get the full effect.
Right.
I have
But
only
I know
one advice for you. Graduated cylinder.
There you go. My wife would go nuts if I start pulling out a graduated cylinder.
Right.
She'd be like,
I don't want to
"What
point
are you
out.
Okay,
doing?
you're out.
What do you do?"
All right. You were talking about jargon and pretentious points,
Yeah.
right? And then you're talking about a graduated,
Good.
and you pull out a glass gold-plated,
Pipette?
yes,
Pipette?
pipette.
Pipette.
So
Okay. Well, wait a minute.
here's how I
No,
do
that's
water.
accoutrement.
I could have brought out the plastic one and he would have been fine with that, but no. But
That's accoutrement.
here's
That's
how
different.
I do.
it's accoutrement.
Yeah. This is how I do water.
How do you do it?
I take a mouthful of water,
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
swallow most of it,
Yeah.
leave some on my tongue or my
Oh,
palate.
now right
and now I
there.
can-
Okay. Now, but who can do that?
Only Randall Bird.
Who can drink water?
That I mean, no. I mean, hold a little bit. What in the bottom? I had
Well,
an uncle
but I'm
that
just saying you don't dry it and
Oh,
just,
okay.
leave
Well, the
it-
show's almost over. We
Wow.
lost control of it
Yeah.
at
Like,
11:58.
right when I came on.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, first of all, what do you guys think of the Horse Soldier Barrel Select? Because
It is
now you've
delicious
added
water.
on
There's a lot of rich flavor that comes
super
out.
rich.
One of the things that I think people don't talk enough about when they talk about hazmat is that you got diminishing returns because you're literally burning out your taste buds.
Taste
and
bud, that
you're
you're-
numbing them up.
That's my
That's
whole
right.
thing. Right.
And so, in order to get it down to that level that you can actually get the flavors over a
Right.
prolonged drink of time, you have to add the water.
you got to bring them down to 80 to 80 proof.
Well,
Essentially.
I usually,
you know.
like I said, I usually probably that's why I like. By the way, that's why I like bottled and bond so much.
Yeah,
I usually
Yeah.
drink around 100 proof
Right,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But this is plenty of flavor. You wanted to put an ice cube on this? Damn, it'll hold up to anything. 'cause
This
is
hold
really
up.
fun.
This is your old fashioned. This will hold up in a cocktail like crazy.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's a little overwooded.
Yeah,
me,
it's
you know,
you can if they only
That
have
white
54.
spice on the sides.
Yeah,
of
if
the
it only has
Yeah.
54 bottles left in it,
Yeah.
you're gonna get wood
Yeah.
spice because that means it's
Yeah.
a short barrel.
Right.
That means you had a lot of
but with
evaporated.
water
and that color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually you start with my pretentious pipette. Oh, I like that pretentious pipette. With my pretentious pipette. I'm gonna-
Ooh.
yeah, you like just the way I did that.
Now I've lost it.
Um,
All right. So,
My
horse
potato-
Oh my
soldier
God.
made by veterans,
Yes.
right? And just in time for Veterans Day.
mhm.
We're going to need to wrap this up, but we got big
much
events
better.
tonight and later throughout the day here on It's the Liquor Talking. We're welcoming and probably going to continue conversations and book signings with Robin Robinson. So thank you for joining us. And thank you
Thanks,
for
guys.
all the people listening and joining our studio audience for a taste of It's the Liquor Talking. We'll see you next week.
Bye. No, I'm fine.
Okay, and the fact I'm going to have more pretension here with my pate.
Yeah.